Good evening, guys. Good evening. Good evening. Is everyone there? Can everyone hear me? Vandana, good evening, good evening, good evening. Let's just wait for a few more people to join in. Then we can start. Good evening, very warm good evening to all of you. How are you all doing? How are you all doing? All good? Okay, guys, let's start this class then. Very warm welcome to you once again. A welcome to Uplift with Prashasti. This is a new initiative so that we keep ourselves sane in these preparations, and of course we take care of our हमारा जो mood है, everything depends upon हमारी preparations determine करता है ये. So this is an initiative in order to ensure that we keep ourselves happy and cheerful during the preparation while also gaining a load of knowledge. And in that regard, let's start the lecture. I'm transitioning to the Hindu. Let's start the analysis. Vandana, no issue with the audio and video, right? No issue with the audio and video, right? Okay, guys, then. Okay, yeah. Let's start, yeah? Or should we just wait for a few more to join in? Okay, should we start? Okay. Acha, we should wait? Yeah, Vandana, we should wait. Okay, let's just wait for a few more to join in. मैंने वैसे टेलीग्राम पर डाल दिया है. Let's just wait for everyone. Okay, I think we should start then. Okay, Vandana. Okay, perfect. Hello, Saif. Good evening. Welcome back. Okay, guys, I think we're in a good place to start. ओके गाइज, सो आज का न्यूज़पेपर जो है काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग है. वील डू अ लॉट ऑफ इंपॉर्टेंट आर्टिकल्स, बट बिफोर दैट आई जस्ट वांट टू से कि जो है न्यूज़पेपर रीडिंग आप कवर टू कवर मत करना है ना. जस्ट फोकस ऑन द मेन पॉइंट्स, जस्ट फोकस ऑन द मेन टॉपिक्स. डू नॉट dwell too much into every single article. Don't do that, okay? So guys, the first article that we will be covering is your airy souls. Now what are airy souls? सबसे पहले what exactly are your airy souls? Guys, आप लोग छींकते हो है ना. when we sneeze, हमारे जो माउथ से there these enzymes that come out, उसको कहते हैं airy souls, guys. उसको कहते हैं airy souls, and they can travel up to 10 meters. So इसकी वजह से, इस रीज़न की वजह से ये जो है वेंटिलेशन, गवर्नमेंट बोल रही है वेंटिलेशन इज द की. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर कोई एरिया में ज़्यादा गैदरिंग है तो वेंटिलेशन उस एरिया में होना बहुत ज़रूरी है in order to ensure कि जो है someone who is affected with coronavirus does not transmit the aerosols to another person. Very important. Saif, Vandana, अगर किसी को भी बीच में कोई भी डाउट होता है guys, let me know. Yes, so this is about your aerosols that can travel up to 10 meters, and ventilation जो है is the key to this, right? So this is about your aerosols, and in fact the advisory that has been issued by the office of the principal principal scientific advisor to the government, right? We know, right? Principal scientific advisor to the government of India said that we need to remember that simple measures could actually reduce the transmission of coronavirus. So this is something that we should know, and this is something that you need to know in the context of even environment. You need to know what aerosols are, right? And in fact, cases have gone down. Cases have gone down since from 4 lakh cases to now we are at 2.5 lakh cases. We are we are seeing a dip in the cases. Yes, so this was about your aerosols. Kisi ko koi bhi doubt hota hai, guys, do let me know. Okay, what about others? What about Raksh and all? I don't think they're here. Okay, hope I don't think they've got the notification, but either which way. Okay, going ahead with the next point, that is your black fungus, right? This is the name that is being called by everyone, and इसका जो real नाम है, right? इसका जो scientific नाम है, इसको दिया गया है mucormycosis. Yes, it is called mucormycosis, guys. कल हमने देखा कैसे राजस्थान गवर्नमेंट ने इसको एपिडेमिक डिजीजेस एक्ट के तहत एक declare कर दिया है, right? Black fungus, and in that regard even 3 hospitals have been dedicatedly set up for your black fungus. And in that regard I think the center has told the states ki jo hai isko black fungus ko ek epidemic declare kar do under your epidemic diseases act, है ना? हमने इसके बारे में कल भी बात किया था. अगर किसी को कुछ भी पूछना है, guys, let me know. Yes sir. Now what exactly is this black fungus? Quickly we'll go through what exactly is your black fungus. Please remember that it is an aggressive, ये देखो ये exact लिखा हुआ है, it is an aggressive and invasive fungal infection, guys. What is it? It is a fungal infection that can affect various vital organs, right? सबसे ज़्यादा damage जो है होता है ear में, nose, ठीक है, your ENT, right? ENT. Vinod, good evening. Your ear, your nose, your throat, ठीक है. तो this is your black fungus. ये एक fungal infection है, guys. Please remember, this is a fungal infection. Yes, it is a fungal disease, and it affects your ear, nose, throat, right? And in fact it is not contagious but can be fatal, है ना? अगर ये time पे detect नहीं होता है, if it is not detected on time, it can prove to be very very fatal, and which is why all the pre-necessary the setup needs to be in place in order to ensure that जो है ये virus ये जो फंगल इन्फेक्शन है ये डेडली ना बने, राइट? एंड इसका अंडरलाइंग कॉज जो है, गाइज, अगर आप यहाँ पढ़ोगे तो इट इज़ योर डायबिटीज़, राइट? डायबिटीज़ इज द मोस्ट अंडरलाइंग कॉज अकॉर्डिंग टू डॉक्टर्स कह रहे हैं डायबिटीज़ की वजह से ये और ज़्यादा एग्रीवेट होता है. इसका क्योर यही है, देयर इज़ एन एंटी फंगल ड्रग दैट इज कॉल्ड योर एम्फोप्रोस्टेसिटिन बी. गाइज, ये एक ड्रग है, एंटी फंगल ड्रग, जिससे जो है अगर वो लेते हैं तो ये थोड़ा सा ये क्योर हो सकता है. सो इट इज क्योरेबल, इट इज डेफिनेटली क्योरेबल, एंड ऑफ कोर्स this black fungus is really making the administration worry about the situation that is taking place. But as us as people who want to look at solutions, I think it is very important कि अगर आप लोग अपने आप को imagine करते हो as district magistrates, you guys should imagine the fact that you should have at least 3 to 4 dedicated hospitals that are specially for this. Not if there's a big district, 3 to 4. If there's a smaller district, then of course 2 to 3. But it is very very important that you have a plan in action. And especially guys, GS papers में भी अभी आपको पूछा जाएगा. Your GS papers will contain a lot of the fact that कैसे आप चीज़ों को cure कर सकते हो. So this is something that you really need to know and really need to find solutions about and discuss these solutions with me. What do you guys think? आपको क्या लगता है अगर आपकी डिस्ट्रिक्ट में ब्लैक फंगस जैसा वायरल डिजीज आता है तो और अभी भी इसका एंटी फंगल ड्रग इट्स डिफिकल्ट टू प्रोक्योर, तो आपका प्लान ऑफ एक्शन क्या होगा? थिंक अबाउट इट एंड टेल मी गाइस. यस, पीपल विद डायबिटीज एंड कोविड आर द मोस्ट वनरेबल टू इट. सो गाइस टेल मी, इनफैक्ट डायबिटीज के लिए कितनी अब तो ईट राइट मूवमेंट से लेके FSSAI ने वो कर दिया है, इट हैज रिड्यूस्ड इट्स जो आपका पूरा इनटेक है ना डायबिटीज़ को कंट्रोल करने के लिए काफ़ी ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस काम कर रही हैं. एंड वी ऑल नो दैट डायबिटीज़ इज़ अ बिग प्रॉब्लम एंड there's type 1 and type 2 diabetes and we've discussed this at length at a lot of times. So yes, so guys, अगर if you are the collector of a district and वहाँ एक ऐसा fungal disease break out कर जाता है, what will you guys do? Is are you gonna get more hospitals? Are you gonna get more health workers? Are you gonna try and arrange for the drug any which way, kahin se bhi going all out with the finding the drug, antifungal drug, or are you going to just let things be? Yes, antimicrobial resistance needs to be cured. India has more than 77 million cases of diabetes, absolutely, and I think हम सबको पता है what antimicrobial resistance is. It is when a drug stops reacting to your body because it has become resistant to it. Richa, Saif, are you guys following? समझ आ रहा है? Are you all understanding? Richa, Saif, Vandana, all of you, I hope not Richa, sorry, Vandana, Saif and Vinod, are you all understanding? Let me know if anyone has any doubt. I am going further. ठीक है, तो ये दो इस पेज पे आपको ये एरिसोल्स और ब्लैक फंगस के बारे में पता होना चाहिए. ठीक है, then of course yes, Stalin urges president to release Rajiv case convicts. Guys, okay, dedicated hospitals, educated people, dedicated doctors, and make sure that the doctors are on duty with respect to the number of patients, and also make sure that there is enough drug to be given to the patients. Yes, of course, Seth, there needs to be a standard operating procedure in that regard. You need to put a proper relief team in place in order to ensure कि ऐसी कोई चीज़ जो है वो अच्छे से कर्ब हो पाए, and at least your district becomes an exception in the context of guys, because what in the end it is we talk about like small places can be administered better, but अगर हम districts को लेते हैं, districts को अगर आप एक collectors वहाँ अच्छे से काम करते हैं, then we can make a difference, है ना. अगर सब collectively responsibility लेकर अपने area को best करते हैं तो this can be curbed, things can get better for sure. ठीक है, now getting back to Rajiv Gandhi convicts, guys, as we all know, Rajiv Gandhi was assassinated today in 19 which year? Rajiv Gandhi was assassinated in which year? 1990. Come on, quickly. Rajiv Gandhi was assassinated in which year? 1990. Come on, complete my year. Come on. Rajiv Gandhi was convicted on. Guys, come on. Vandana, Vinod. Rajiv Gandhi was convicted on Saif. Yes, 1991. Absolutely. Yes, so guys, in fact, yes, your Rajiv Gandhi was our former prime minister was convicted on not convicted, assassinated on today. In fact, today is the death anniversary. Yes, ma'am, is this black fungus okay, ma'am, is this black fungus is seen only in COVID patients, and how it came into picture, ma'am? Okay, Vandana, black fungus right now is being seen in corona patients after they have recovered. There is more research that is being carried out as to how this black fungus is infecting the patients, but yes, there are a lot of studies that say that it is because of unclean water, it is because of not having sterilized ventilators, all of that, but that is still being researched upon. COVID patients are taking a dose of steroids. Yeah, absolutely, I think yes, this is the point. Yes, Vinod, you're absolutely right. सबसे important point ये है कि ये उनको हो रही है जिनको जो बहुत सारे steroids ले रहे हैं. Steroids क्या होते हैं? Injections, है ना. आपकी family में अगर किसी कोई hopefully नहीं हो, but जैसे I know someone who is an asthmatic patient, वो काफ़ी सारे steroids लेता है ना. So वो steroids बहुत ज़्यादा harmful होते हैं body के लिए. It really impacts your body in a very very deep fashion, and in that regard, yes, and in that regard, COVID patients are more vulnerable to this by this black black fungus, not virus, black fungal disease than others. ठीक है, हाँ. Now going back to your Rajiv Gandhi convicts, guys. This is in context to the fact that Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has said that they have already spent, your convicts, Rajiv Gandhi case convicts have spent about 30 years in prison and they have suffered untold hardship and agony and they should be released. So guys, please remember the Chief Minister and the Governor, so basically the Governor can commute sentences, but the final go ahead will be given by the president. ये चीज़ आप लोग को confuse नहीं होना है इस चीज़ में. Please remember that, remember we talked about the fact that, commuting sentences, remittencing sentences, or death sentences and all of that. So please remember, the governor can commute sentences, death sentences also, but the president has the final authority in the context of granting that sentence in play. Yes, any doubt, any confusion, guys? ये थोड़ा सा point of confusion रह जाता है, इसीलिए मैं बार बार बोल रही हूँ. Let me know if you have any doubt. I am going forward now, talking about Delhi High Court asked the hospitals to install oxygen plants, again breaching of judicial separation of powers, but any which way, we've talked about this yesterday. Then I think there is nothing else that we need to talk about here. I think this page, I think we're good to go for this page. Yes, okay guys, let's, and doctors are being impacted a lot. Ma'am, please pardon. President can pardon death sentences, but the governor can commute them. Yes, exactly, absolutely, that is what I said, right? President can pardon death sentences. Yes, pardon, I forgot to use the word pardon. Yes, the president can pardon the death sentences, but the governor can commute them. Absolutely correct. Yes, Article 72. Yes, perfect. Good, Saif. Good, Vandana, Vinod and Saif. Good, guys. Okay, now going ahead with the next page quickly, not taking too much of your time. We'll do it in a very crisp way. Okay, in this page, I think there is a lot of general news, not very related to the paper. Yes, I think on this page you just have to know about your, I think this is all, this second page does not have anything related to this thing. Okay, then going ahead with the third page, don't let your guard down. This is a general guideline. 3 hospitals to treat black fungus, we've talked about this. Yes, so then we've I think there's nothing else on this page as well. Yes, I think there's nothing. And private schools, guys, this is one article that ये आप लोग पढ़ते हुए काफ़ी बच्चे मिस आउट कर जाते हैं. इन ब्रीफ गाइज, इन ब्रीफ इज इम्पोर्टेंट. प्राइवेट स्कूल्स शुड वेवर फीस ड्यूरिंग पैंडमिक. गाइज, एक बात बताओ, आज के टाइम में स्कूल्स जो हैं, दे आर टेकिंग योर प्ले ग्राउंड फीस, प्ले ग्राउंड चार्जेस, ठीक है. Then there is your bus charges that is being taken, है ना. तो ये सारे चार्जेस ले रही है schools. So don't you think either private schools should waiver off the fees, or if they can't waiver it off, then they should at least reduce the fees, है ना. At least reduction of the fees is something that the students demand, and especially in this context, I think it's high time that private schools understand that it is getting very difficult for students and parents to pay that kind of amount, and that is going to impact the child's education. And in that regard, I think it's very important that there is wavering of your fees. ठीक है. So this is about news in brief, guys. थोड़ा सा पढ़ लिया करना, है ना. मेरे साथ ही वैसे तो आप लोग कर सकते हो, बट इन केस आप लोग पढ़ रहे हो तो डू दिस, ठीक है. चलो, गोइंग फॉरवर्ड इस पेज में इतना ही है. देन गोइंग फॉरवर्ड विद द नेक्स्ट पेज, आई थिंक इसमें जो है so guys, Odisha, this is a very important article. I think मैंने कल भी इसके बारे में बताया था. Yes, it should be waived off, but it should not affect the salary of the teachers. Exactly. Yes, Seth, that is why I said अगर waiver नहीं कर सकते हैं तो do one thing, reduce कर दो. reduce तो कर सकते हो ना, इतनी सारी charges लगा रहे हैं, bus charges, transportation charges, all of that can be reduced for sure, right? Okay, now going forward, talking about Odisha government that gears up to face the possible cyclonic storm. जो storm जो IMD ने प्रिडिक्ट किया है 26 अक्टूबर को. ओडिशा इज गियरिंग अप फॉर दिस स्टॉर्म. ओडिशा इन द पास्ट has has shown commendable performance in the way it has handled the preparedness of a cyclone, because of the fact that it is so, it has become so resistant to it, because Odisha is a cyclone prone area, right? And in that regard, the Odisha government has started the pre-positioning machine for rescue and relief operations for the possible cyclone that will be hitting the state. In fact, a statement said that we have received information from IMD that a low pressure area which is likely to form over your Andaman Sea shall take the shape of a cyclone on May 25th. Details have been noted, and of course, so guys, of course, you have to be in constantly, you have to be in touch with IMD and the data that they are providing in order to ensure कि जो है आप साइक्लोन को अच्छे से ट्रैक कर रहे हो और उस हिसाब से पूरा आपका प्रिपेयर्डनेस प्लान है और स्टैंडर्ड ऑपरेटिंग प्रोसीजर इन प्लेस है. ठीक है, चलो देन गोइंग forward I think this is about it. Cyclone shelters, all of that needs to be taken into account. Yes, then going forward, yes, are you guys enjoying? समझ आ रहा है? Yes, okay guys, then help I think there is nothing else on this page that we need to do. I'm going ahead with the next page now. Let me know if anyone has any doubt. ठीक है guys, LDF government begins new not very important. Political, leave your political news guys, not important. ठीक है, yeah, and this is an important, देखो guys, जैसे मुझे देखते ही door to door vaccination से पता है कि this is something that we need to read guys, because एक बात बताओ, there are so many senior citizens, there are so many people who can't walk, right? What about those? Can they go out and get the vaccination properly? The answer is no. Not everyone has your app. Not a lot of people have the app, right? So what about those people? Why not? So the High Court has said that why has the center not considered door-to-door vaccination? The Bombay High Court came down heavily. It lambasted your central government and said that door-to-door vaccination is a good idea for the elderly and bedridden. And they said that they are very, very disappointed with the way the vaccination did not it wasn't even thought about कि door-to-door वैक्सीनेशन हो सकता है. गाइज व्हाई नॉट, आप अपने डिस्ट्रिक्ट में देखो, वैसे भी लोग आके ऐप में रजिस्टर करके आ रहे हैं, देन व्हाई कांट डोर टू डोर, अगर सेंसेस डोर टू डोर हो सकता है तो वैक्सीनेशंस क्यों नहीं हो सकती? पोलियो वैक्सीनेशंस भी तो डोर टू डोर होती थी, है ना? सो दैट इज वन थिंग दैट वी नीड टू नो हियर. वेरी वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग, वेरी वेरी थॉट अबाउट आर्टिकल कि भाई ये तो देखो होना चाहिए, है ना? देन गोइंग फॉरवर्ड आई थिंक इस पेज पर बस इतना ही है. देन गोइंग अहेड विद योर एडिटोरियल्स गाइज, क्विकली वील गो अहेड विद द editorials. A gear shift to pull India's back from tipping point is a political article. You can leave it, don't need to do it. ठीक है, उसके बाद जो है आपका जो है circumvention जो है is basically talking again, it is the center has a duty not to bypass political leadership in dealing with states. Again ये हम already कल हमने इसको at length बात करी थी. We talked about this at length about like how your so basically this talks about your district, the fact that the Prime Minister had a meeting with the district magistrates of about a lot of states, and he discussed the plan of action with them, and in that regard I think this is a very, I think if you ask my opinion, availability of vaccine has affected door-to-door. Yes, absolutely. But okay, so yes, Seth, it has. But of course, the fact that this idea was not even considered is something that should be taken into account. Now, guys, this article is actually, according to me, a very, very I'll explain this article to you guys and also what I think. So, guys, ये article basically वही बात कर रहा है कि जो Prime Minister ने जो है कल district magistrates के साथ एक meeting करी थी regarding your preparedness of the vaccination drive and all of that, and all of the plan for COVID ahead. Yes, and in that regard I think in fact in West Bengal your Mamta Didi said that we are not going to go ahead, I won't let you talk to the district magistrate, talk directly to me. So there is this article basically talks about this fact that the center has a duty not to bypass political leadership in dealing with states, है ना? The Prime Minister going above, I don't I think otherwise, because I don't completely agree with the view of this article, because I feel that the center addressing the district magistrates is absolutely something that the center should do, but of course it does not bypass. I mean, political leadership ke under hi to the DMs, they all are a part of the administration, right? Richa, good evening, kafi late, but I hope you all you had your lunch and dinner and all, and you're fresh. Okay, so yes, talking about your this article, guys, this article is really, I mean, I think it's a very very contradictory article to what I think. In fact, इन लोगों ने और भी virtual meetings के बारे में बात की है, wherein this article talks about your the fact that Union Education Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal also had a virtual meeting to discuss the national education policy. What do you guys think? Saif, Vandana, Vinod, Richa, what do you guys think about this particular article? If you guys have read it, and if not, then I'm giving you an idea about this basically talks about the fact that the center, and this is in context to yesterday's article about how the Prime Minister took a meeting with the district magistrates, and in that regard, I think this article is talking about should has मतलब क्या प्राइम मिनिस्टर को पॉलिटिकल लीडरशिप को इग्नोर करके इसको करना चाहिए था. टेल मी योर व्यूज गाइज, लेट मी नो योर व्यूज एज वेल. Okay guys, going forward, yes, so this was I'll be waiting for your views, let me know. Now talking about the balancing act, this balancing act basically talks about the fact that India should oppose indiscriminate attacks on Israel and disappropriate bombing on Gaza. Basically, the United Nations Security Council session on the Gaza conflict, wherein India is a non-permanent member, has attempted a delicate balancing act, है ना, हमारा जो है काफी delicate balancing act hai, by reaffirming its traditional support for the Palestine cause without abandoning its new friend Israel. Guys, in my IR lecture, I talked about India-Israel relations, and I spoke about at length the fact that India and Israel are doing very very well. They have very very good relations. Sam, good evening. Richa, Sam thoda late I hope, but koi nahi, you can watch my recorded session anyway. Yeah, so guys, please remember ki जो है India is playing a very very fine act of balancing, and it is trying to balance the history that it the fact that it wants to traditional support that it has for Palestine, and again in that context it also wants to not dwindle its ties with with Israel. So in that regard, your United Nations Security Council has also said that. Yes, Bhena. अच्छा नेट्स तो था, कोई नहीं Sam. Okay, so I think this is clear, guys. Balancing act is absolutely clear. Let me know if anyone has any doubt. Basically, this just talks about the fact that India is not ready to let go of its fine act of balancing. Right now, talking about the fault line of poor health infrastructure. Now, guys, this talks about the fact that as in when India emerges on the other side of the pandemic, public care systems has to be the top priority. And so guys, this talks about how health infrastructure, despite the fact that it should have been ramped up even more, has not been given the kind of attention it should have. And in fact, as the second wave of the COVID ravages India, many bitter home and truths and fault lines have been exposed. And this is what the article this is what the author is talking about, that the health infrastructure really needs to be taken into account, right? And yes, okay, safe, yes, it should have been considered. Also, even since COVID-19 has come up, the children have almost cut off from education, which also affects our future economy. Absolutely, I think, Saif, you're absolutely right. This is one issue that is really something that really needs to be taken care of, that tier 2 and tier 3 nations need to get your tier 2, tier 3 nations need to get enough internet to get access to education. And I think your radios and all should also play an important role in that regard. Okay, now guys, this is another very important ये article आप लोग अपने आप बस go through कर सकते हो. इसमें there's nothing factual or nothing that we have to discuss. The economy survived the second COVID-19 wave is what the two people are talking about. You can just go through their discussion. Okay, then talking about the outdated nature future of bureaucracy. Now guys, this talks about your public service delivery. This talks about the fact that the public sector, the private players and civil society should all work together, for the public service delivery. Right, COVID-19 has of course tested the resilience of all sort of public institutions and organizations, and in that regard, bureaucracy has emerged to be ineffective, and it should have when it should be creating a big impact, it has not been able to do so. In fact, in the 21st century, democratic countries are still relying on traditional bureaucracies and the way they are handling the situation. So I think this it's a nice read, you can read it, but this basically talks about the fact that there needs to be better focus on public service delivery. Yes, so this was about this. Okay, so I think we've covered a major chunk of the newspaper. Now I'm going forward. Yes, sir. Yeah, now talking about your in this page, I think aerosols we've talked about. National archives will be safe is also something not very important. You can just go through it, right? Then vaccines oxygen not being given by center is again a political article. Yes, then of course I think that's about it on this page. Yes, just there's this one article that you need to know here on multidisciplinary steps to fight your black fungus, mucormycosis. Right, in fact, our joint secretary, what can be the changes in the new public service delivery? Very good question, Saif. So the new changes in the public service delivery will include better administration in the context of better coordination between departments, better understanding of the way departments are functioning. For example, if a file is being stuck in the other department for a project or for anything, it should have better there should be a speedy data record, and in fact, in that regard, your e-governance comes into play. Electronic governance is something that in fact a lot of Rajasthan government is doing, Telangana government is doing brilliantly well in public service delivery. Then why not other states as well? Yes, Saif Khan, there also needs to be a speedier understanding of the grievances and better grievance redressal mechanism, and this all can be initiated through your e-governance programs, a lot of e-governance portals, and a lot of awareness and staying connected to the citizens can help in better administration of the public service delivery. Yes, Saif, I think that should have answered your question. That should yes, funding as well, but I think that more or less has given you an idea. But I think I'll write down these points and send it to you. I'll help you fine tune your question regarding your governance related questions. Yes, so this was about your question, Saif. Nice question. I am now going ahead with this article about multidisciplinary steps to fight your mucormycosis, which is your black fungus. Right, in fact, the Joint Secretary Health Ministry Love Agarwal has told the states that the treatment of your black fungus requires a multidisciplinary approach that involves eye surgeries, ENT specialists, general surgeons. Right, so all of these ENT क्या है guys? Ear, nose and throat. ये सबसे ज़्यादा impact किसको कर रहा है? ये तीन चीज़ों को कर रहा है ना? So we need ENT specialists, we need surgeons, right, in order to ensure कि जो है ये this particular fungal disease is curbed. Okay, so this is about that article about your black fungus. We've already spoken about it at length. Other than that, I think इस page पे और कुछ भी नहीं है. I am now going ahead with the next page. Just a second. Yeah, going ahead with the next page, guys. Rajiv Gandhi's assassination and the downfall of LTTE is something we will discuss in our special class on IR. Right, एक हम एक अलग से का LTT पर मैंने इनफैक्ट आप लोगों को इंडिया श्रीलंका के टाइम पूरा LTT पढ़ाया हुआ है, सो यू गाइस कैन रेफर टू दैट. बट ऑल्सो ये आर्टिकल अगर आपको आप पढ़ सकते हो, इट्स समथिंग दैट यू शुड जस्ट नो अबाउट. आपको पूरी बैकग्राउंड पता होनी चाहिए LTT की, ठीक है? ओके देन, यस, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट आर्टिकल हियर. जस्ट अ सेकेंड. yeah, very important article here. China completes your Tibet highway. Yes, China completes your Tibet highway. I think this is a threat to our national security. This is something that is concerning, that is a cause of concern. Yes, and this needs to be seen ki kaise, the Indian government is going to be reacting to this. So guys, this China, of course, we know is trying to act as a bully and trying to like create a kind of string that so that wo gher le India ko. And in that regard, China has completed its Tibet highway, and this will enable greater access to remote areas along your disputed जो है disputed border with Arunachal Pradesh. Right, China has completed the construction of a strategically significant highway through the world's deepest canyon in Tibet along the Brahmaputra River, enabling greater access to remote areas along the disputed area with Arunachal Pradesh. So, guys, this is a threat to our national security. Right, so this is something that you need to take care of, and this is an important article, right? And this is so this is something that is very, very important. Yes, then going forward, I think yes, ये article पढ़ लेना एक बार, but main just मैंने आपको बता दिया है, ठीक है? Then other than that, I think this article nothing else. We've already talked about your Singapore. Singapore has taken a lot of offense to the Delhi Chief Minister's a statement about Singapore variant, and in fact Singapore has said it has told Twitter and Facebook ki bhai hata do. It's not something that we are okay with. So this is about that, right? I hope agar kisi ko bhi koi doubt hoga, you guys will ask me. Now you guys have that a comfort level with me that you guys can ask me whatever doubts you have. ठीक है? Then Modi flags COVID-19 risk for children. Yes, of course, Prime Minister tells district magistrates to collect data on infection rates among young people. So this is something that is talking about your risk for children. Then other than that, one person can spread virus to 406 others. So this is a new report that has emerged. The health under the health ministry has released this report. Then Jaishankar may meet US vaccine makers in his trip to the Aksai Chin is getting expanded, absolutely, and that is scary for India. Yes, and then talking about we'll do it at length when we do India-China relations. Yes, today we do India-Pakistan. Yeah, okay. Now going back. So Jaishankar may meet US vaccine makers. Our External Affairs Minister is likely to visit the US next week and meet with the new administration. So let's see how that pans out. Yes, so this is about that. Then 2.5 lakh cases and 3,700 deaths recorded. The numbers, I think we've already I think that's not something that's nothing to discuss about. Yes, so on this page I think that is enough. Foreign page pe guys, I read it. I think on foreign mein already we've covered itna kuch hai nahi. Israel unleashes airstrikes across Gaza, right? Then Sri Lankan parliament passes bill on China-backed port city. Then of course there is this European Union lawmakers back patent waiver for vaccines. Then your US-Russia at odds over military activity in the Arctic, and US panel supports India in its fight against the virus. So and so I think इसमें इतना कुछ detail में जाने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. Just go through it once. Then talking about your business page again, government extends IT filing deadline. Yes, the government has extended the deadline for your various income tax law compliances, citing the hardships because of coronavirus. Yes, then Finance Minister urges CCI to take market-friendly tack. Right. Have we finished India Sri Lanka? Yes, sir. We finished India Sri Lanka. I'll send it to you again. मैं पूरा playlist भेजूंगी. Don't worry. ठीक है? हाँ. Then cryptocurrency sell-off flags US inflation fears. ठीक है? Investors are paring their risk appetite. I think cryptocurrency हम अलग से we'll do it on the weekend. And I'm planning to make a video on cryptocurrency, guys. So stay tuned on this channel only. We'll do a nice explainer on cryptocurrencies. ठीक है? Then Twitter restores account verification after 3 years. Right. So of course Twitter has said that it it will begin rolling out its new application and review process for account verification on Twitter almost 3.5 years after pausing the program. ठीक है, so this is about that. Then आ गया मैम. अरे राज, आप literally खत्म होने टाइम पे आ रहे हो. We've had such a nice lecture. You should have joined in. कोई नहीं, आप मेरा recorded lecture देख लो और जो भी अगर आपको points ऐसा लगता है कि मैम we should discuss, मुझे रात को बताना. ठीक है, I'll be more than happy to stay at the end of the lecture and help you guys with it. ठीक है, so yes guys, I think this is about today's newspaper. We've finished. I think I had a brilliant time. It also reminds me of my journalism days when I reported a lot of these stories. So I think it was really enjoyable from my end. I hope you all also enjoyed. Saif, Vandana, Richa, Vinod, Sam, Raj, I hope you guys will see this lecture completely and let me know how you guys if you guys enjoyed it or not. Ma'am, वो dog currency और cryptocurrency में क्या difference है? Okay, so let's do one thing. Cryptocurrency हम अच्छे से कल मैं एक video डालूंगी. I'll send it to you guys. Don't worry. ठीक है. Anything else, guys? Anything else related to the articles that we have done today? Yes, Saif, Sam, Richa, is there anything else? I really enjoyed teaching. I really enjoyed talking to you guys about this. मैम मजबूरी बना दिया है वरना आज जल्दी आता. कोई नहीं राज, just have a look at the recorded session. I really enjoyed it today. I literally got me back to my journalism days of reporting. I really enjoyed teaching you guys the newspaper. Is there anything that you guys want from my end? Is there anything else that you guys want me to help you guys from my end? I think we're good to go for today. Yes, we're good to go for today. I think we are in a good place to wrap up the session then. Guys, I had a lovely time. Thank you so much all for joining in. It was really nice for all the questions you guys asked me, all the love that you guys showed. Yes, it was brilliant, guys. It was brilliant. I really enjoyed interacting with all of you. See you guys tomorrow. I'll put a lot of videos. I have a lot of plans for the weekend. I will put everything on my on my YouTube and Telegram to upload ho hi. Yes, so this is it from my side. Yes ma'am, today's session was great. Thank you Saif. I also really enjoyed it. More such sessions, guys, to more such uplifting, to more such personality development and talking about how we can make this world a better place, to more videos, more knowledge, more encouragement, more motivation, to better understanding of events. This is it from my side, guys. Lovely having you guys on Uplift with Prashasti. It was a great session. Thank you so much for making it a great session. See you guys tomorrow. I'll put some recorded videos, some live. Let's see how I plan my weekend. I will put a lot of videos, guys, for sure. I'm really excited for the same. This is it from my side, guys. Lovely having you guys around. See you at 10 now. Bye bye, take care, guys. See you at 10. Thank you so much for joining in. I will see you all on our Unacademy now. Bye bye, take care, guys. Take care.